Hello everyone, Vetcast says Alex here, and we are on episode 3 of Alex the Merc. And it's also 4.2. So, if you are not familiar with Star Citizen and how it does its patches, is typically you have to reset your character, you have to re-choose or choose your home location. I kept it as Area 18 on ArcCorp. But there could be some challenges ahead because unless someone knows this ability and I just am ignorant on it, you tend to lose a lot of your stuff. And when I say your stuff, I'm talking about like ship components, armor, weapons that you've bought or procured. Those typically stick around. I've not consistently been able to keep ships. On this last patch is the first time in my main character that I ever kept ship components. So, let's see what is kept. One thing that does also transfer is money. So we are still sitting at over 271,000 credits. So that is not too shabby. But let's see what we have. I'll put on my helmet because I'm going to change my outfit. Okay, so as you can see, our armor that we have kept. Oh, get a little naked. Why do I have two? Did I take? You know what? Never mind. I'm not even gonna question it. But as you can see, yeah, we have lost our ship components. So what that means is our sexy little Mustang no longer has that. However, oh, maybe we did keep them. Let's change the filter. Maybe that's why. We kept one of them. We kept one Bulldog repeater and one gimbal mount. Of course. That's interesting because we kept our Mercenary Guild scripts. In my main character, I did not get to keep these, I don't think. I'll have to double check. But I don't recall seeing them when I looked. Back on my mags. Don't have that. Don't have that. So this is going to be an annoyance because obviously I'm going to have to buy another one of these and procure another one of these. But that is just what it is. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Did I lose it? Didn't get assigned. Sigisms. Okay, so that's interesting. I kept a suit from the last one? Whatever. You know, we're not gonna dawdle too much on this. Okay. Alright. Now I'm gonna quickly head on over to the hangar and let's get going, baby. Okay, so that took a lot longer than I thought it was going to, because I realized something as I call my ship up. In order, well, one, I realized how I go about getting the ambush and the patrol missions. You have to do Foxwell. However, in order to start the very first Foxwell mission, you have to do a ground assault. Small problem. Alex here has only a pistol that I clearly forgot to equip. So he has no gun, pretty much. I have no firearms. I apparently brought a magazine, but did I put it on my person? Nope, I completely just forgot to buy a pistol. Perfect. Okay. Well, not only that, but also I'm not going to go in and assault a ground base with a, well, obviously without a pistol, but I'm not going to do it with light armor. And sadly, unless someone can tell me otherwise, this is the only heavy armor I can buy on Bajini Point. so I had to spend a little bit of money. And I bought this because if I'm going to be doing bunker missions, I'm going to store some of that precious, precious loot. However, I need guns. And I'm not going to be flying around everywhere just trying to find a place to get guns, which, I mean, I could just go on ArcCorp and go buy them, but I already spent enough money on the armor. Let's just say, as a typical soldier, I've made some piss poor investments. So, what we are going to do, as you can see, I was at 271, now I'm at 251. What I'm going to do, bounty hunting. You know why? Because one, I should be able to get, hopefully my small Badger repeater to put onto my ship. But also, one, even though you're paying a fee, you do make money. You make 35K. This is possibly this is the only real way to advance your bounty hunter rank, is to do these missions that are VLRT and so forth. Pretty much they have to be on ships. The other ones that I'm going to show you won't improve, but are still useful. But we'll go into that strategy in a minute. So, all this because I don't want to go down to ArcCorp and buy a gun. I'd rather just find one. Bam. Alright.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel complete.
Not only is it on a planet, it's on the dark side of a planet. This is going to be fantastic. So with 4.2, if you didn't know, you have a slight change to the scanning system.
Shields enabled.
Just prepping for it. Go to K. Where are you? There he is.
Contact.
What do we have? We have a Pisces? I think so. Well, they should have Badgers on them, so I should be able to use those. If I can keep him above the atmosphere. This is... Oh! Oh, now he moves. Now he freaking moves. But too late. Oh. Let's see if I can... Let's see if I can grab that gun. Because I'm pretty sure they have badges. Or size... Is it size 2 or size 1s? Can't see a freaking thing. Oh, there he goes. Did I? Oh, baby. There goes parts of him right over there. Alright, well, we're not going to worry about trying to salvage him. But we made some money. So, while that's going on, Bounty Hunter, now we have some VLRT missions available. Pardon me. Wait, is he like right here? He is. That's crazy. Is he on the other side of the planet? I'm about 100% positive he's on the other side of the planet. Let's... Oop, didn't mean to deploy flare. Alright, let's head to this other side and see if we can get this guy. Be back in a second. Oh. Well, apparently someone defeated him because I just completed that contract. Okay. I will not complain.
Shields disabled.
Ah. So, now that I have done that, I can go on to the junior guild member. But we're gonna posit that it took 7 VLRT missions to get to junior guild member. So, and again, that is with a ship with only 3 badgers. So, let's head back to ArcCorp so that since I have not been fortunate enough to find a size 1 badger, or sorry, bulldog. What I'm going to do is to congratulate myself and to make it so that we can continue on with these missions. 1, I'm going to ArcCorp to Center Mass to buy 1 bulldog. And I'm also going to set myself up with a rifle so that I can do some of these other missions. Now, I'm sitting at a whopping 399,000. So, barring the money that I spent on armor, so I started off at like 250. So, what, 140? $140,000? Not too bad. No, not dollars, credits, whatever. But that's not bad. And in about less than an hour. So, in less than an hour, I made about 140,000 credits, ranked up in my bounty hunter reputation. So, not too bad. I do regret buying the heavy armor and whatnot. It's called not thinking. I'm not exactly, you know, the best planner. You know, I didn't really do a whole heck of a lot of research going into this. So, my bad. But, again, the good thing is we were able to knock out some bounties. And where can I go to land? Where's my hangar? Oh, I'm one in the queue. But, made a bit of money, so I'm going to go down to buy an accessory or another blaster repeater for my laser repeater for my ship, and 1 rifle with magazines and maybe a scope of some kind. I don't even know what weapons they have, but yeah, there we go. Once we land, we will do some shopping, and I'll take you along before we end our recording.
Warning, safe zone exited. Warning, safe zone exited.
I have no idea what that means.
Warning, safe zone exited. Landing gear engaged. Landing complete.
Okay, everybody. Now, after doing all the shopping and everything, you have me and my almost full kit. Again, the plan will be to use the rifle primarily for when we do ground ops. I don't really plan on stockpiling a whole bunch of different weapons, but whatever. I do have, again, as I said earlier, the heavy armor that is on Bikini Point. I will be going up there to, again, consolidate all my equipment for when we do ground missions. As well as remember that I cannot fly in heavy armor, so I will have to take all the armor off and then put it back on in order to fly my ship. The only thing, of course, being, you know, my helmet, because there will be some places where I have to have a proper helmet on. So minus the helmet, everything armor-wise must be off if it's more than heavy. Also, won't be using the backpack while I'm flying or anything else. So the rifle, everything that's on my back, I have to stow away. So while doing flying missions or of any kind, I will be in this armor for the time being. And then when I go into ground ops, bunker missions, anything like that, I will likely put on heavy armor and carry a rifle. But as of right now, let's see. How much damage has there been? How much damage has hit my wallet? Again, we were sitting at around 399, I think? 379. Still not bad. That's, at the end of this video, we're sitting at about 100,000 credits earned. So that is not bad, and all we did was bounty missions. And right now, again, we have the second tier, so we can unlock the low-risk targets. A little bit more danger and a little bit more money. Now that we have a full set of heavy armor, we have a full set of weapons with ammunition, we can also go into the mercenaries and do the foxhole missions, as well as really any of these other ones. So now it is open. We can do almost anything when it comes down to the mercenary and bounty hunter missions. So what's the plan for the next session? I'm thinking I might pursue completing at least the bounty hunter up to, say, just to get the guild member. I won't, as you get further along, the missions get harder, and with the starter ship, this guild member I can probably do with my Mustang, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get much further than that. Not with that Mustang. So I might do bounty hunter missions for the next one, or I might pursue the either blackjack security, you know, protecting the sites. These will level up my mercenary reputation. Again, you see that in here. It'll be like blackjack or whatever it's called. And then possibly, I mean, doing the foxhole enforcement. So that is that. We are making good. We are over halfway to paying off our loan. And what I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to fly up to Bikini Point just so that we have it staged and ready up there. Alright? But in the meantime, thank you all for watching. Please feel free to leave comments, any suggestions, both in, you know, how I can improve my editing and or just my gameplay, because I'm still very much a novice at this game. So, again, please leave comments, and thank you for being here. Bye-bye.
Waiting passengers should be mindful.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Wow. Okay.
Trap.
Ah! Ah! Alt F4, you bastard.
Shields enabled.
Oh! Danger zone, Gully. Holy fuck. Oh, that made my butthole pucker, because, oh. Whoo! Holy shit.